Hi, Star. Thank you for being a part of Real Life, Real People. I know we talked previously about your mental health issues and how it affected you growing up and as an adult. And you just wanted to share some of the things that went on in your life and how you want people without mental health issues to understand you guys. So if you can share to the world some of the things that you've been going through and some of the things you want people to understand and know that, you know, if you have any type of issues that's going on, it's okay to see a counselor, that you guys know different than anyone else.
Yes. Okay. So, hi, I'm Star. When I was younger, my mother had put me into the regional center, and I was diagnosed with PDD, NOS, which is pervasive developmental disorder, not yet specified, which was discontinued in 2011 and replaced as autism spectrum disorder. I also have ADD, which was then replaced and named as ADHD inattentive, and bipolar, as well as some hints of OCD and attachment disorder. So, as a kid, I didn't know I had these. My mother had protected me from that because, she didn't want me to be labeled as just a disability. She wanted me to go through school normally, but it kind of did backfire a little bit. I went through school misdiagnosed as depressive and someone with anxiety rather than somebody who has a learning disability or, someone who has meltdowns, who needs to be away from certain loud sounds or, really sensitive to rejection. So I was kind of going through my school year as just a ghost. It felt like I was going through school as a ghost. In high school, I really felt it because I was like by myself most of the time, isolated. I started noticing it. I would wear the same jacket over and over again, which is a symptom of autism. We wear something we like over and over again that keeps us comfortable, and it's not scratchy, doesn't give us any like uncomfortableness to our skin. So I just kept wearing that jacket over and over again. Felt good. And I remember like my choir teacher got scared one day because with autism, we tend to have this thing called resting face. And resting face is usually when people assume that you're sad or angry or bottling something up, but really it's just a lack of expression in your face due to, your brain development, the signals. I'm not too sure. I'm learning it myself, but yeah, I don't really express myself in the face a lot, but I do express myself in emotions more, if that makes sense.
Yes.
And growing up, it was hard because I was failing class. My teachers were taking away accommodations, and it sucked because they didn't know I had this learning disability either. So, while I was like, I need this calculator, I still couldn't get it because I was only someone with depressive disorder than anything. So, yeah, it was pretty rough.
Did you have any friends growing up? And um, due to the depression, how did you deal with that?
Mm. Yes, I had three friends in my life. Um, and, one of them passed away. And the way I handled that was I immediately isolated myself. I stopped talking to people, stopped talking to my close friends, and I just stayed to myself for a very long time.
Okay, so as far as with your depression, were you able to, did your mom take you to get a counseling, or what did you do, and how did your mom handle the situation when you kind of shut out everybody? And after your friend passed away, I'm pretty sure that was very heartbreaking. How did you deal with that, and how were you able to really focus on your schoolwork?
So, I really couldn't focus on a lot at that time because at the time we were also living in a motel. So I was already kind of like going through it with the depression. But um, the only way I could help myself with depression at that time was with music as well as gaming. And I would go to like my therapist, and I'd take my medication, my depressive medication. It didn't really help though. But I was just on a set schedule of going to see my therapist, which did help at that time. But then I'll go back into my depressive moods again, like the day after. It was really confusing because I just couldn't understand my mental health and how it was going on about. It just didn't make sense.
So after high school, um, once you graduated high school, and you talked about before you went to college, could you talk about that?
Yes. I went to the first college I went to was Mount Sierra. It didn't work because I panicked, which was due to, I'm pretty sure, my autism. At that time, I didn't know. People just, assumed it was anxiety. I couldn't do it. I panicked. They wanted me to do acting classes because it was a school for game development to develop games, video games and stuff. They wanted me to do acting classes with another guy. I couldn't do it. Then there was math class. I was never good with math. It was all overwhelming. And I chickened out and left. I went to another school and I was doing well. I was halfway through. It was a massage NV school. But the teacher decided to lash out on the classroom and then one day lash out at me. And then I yet again ran away. And go ahead, sorry.
That's okay, no problem. One thing I can say, I want to commend you for taking a step, going to college. That was very big, and never give up. You probably had two different bad experiences, but it's always a positive road ahead. And just for me to give you positive wording, try it again. And this time when you try it, you're going to graduate. Keep the faith.
Yeah.
You're welcome.
So I do have good news. I am in college again.
Awesome.
I'm taking, what is it called? I'm taking creative writing at Full Sail University. And I'm halfway done. It's really fun. I get to, so far I wrote like essays and like an article. I got to publish my own article. At that time, it didn't seem like a big thing. But now that I think about it, it kind of is.
Yeah, it is. Congratulations on that. That's very exciting. And I can tell you're very happy.
And yeah, so I'm going to be going back because I just needed a break from my mental health recently. So I'll be going back soon, and hopefully I'll graduate by 2026. And yeah. Is there anything else?
Yeah, well, let me tell you, I'm going to be rooting for you. I know that you're going to graduate, and I'm pretty sure other people that's going to watch this video is going to be rooting for you too. Um, can you give some advice to any young person or even an adult that have some of the issues that you're dealing with and might not have a support system or feel alone and just feel like they can't be successful in life? And one of the things that you mentioned that you graduated, well, you graduated from high school, but you've been in college. This is your third college. So you can do it, despite what people might think. So, what can you say to someone that's out here that needs to hear a positive story, to need to hear something that can give them that drive, that they can do it, they're not alone, you're not different, and they might isolate themselves or feel like they're depressed? What would you tell them?
So, what I could tell you guys is that it's okay to seek help. Don't be afraid to, like, if they were in my position where you've been, misdiagnosed, it's okay to do your research. I've been told by doctors that you should not do your research. You should not look it up yourself and self-diagnose yourself. But it's okay because an autism spectrum evaluation diagnosis is $2,000. And, it's okay to do it on your own. And of course, look into a professional afterwards, just in case, and make sure you get like a medical insurance that can help you pay. Because there's medical insurances out there that will help pay for autism diagnosis evaluations. So take it to a court to do that, and a little self-dive is fine. When it comes to, school and college, please, 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 please advocate for yourself and speak up for yourself. If you need accommodations because you have a learning disorder, speak up, because there will be teachers who will take away your accommodations. There will be teachers who will silence you. There are teachers out there who will not do that and will actually be there to walk with you hand in hand. I've had teachers that have helped with that, had patience, but there are going to be some that are, kind of not going to be the greatest at that. But keep trying, keep going. Never let people talk down on you, because I've had a few talk down on me saying things like, you're not going to make it because of your disability. You can't even focus. You can. You can. There's lots of help out there for you. Like, I can give you an example. There's this app called Speechify. If you have a hard time focusing and reading, you can get Speechify. It can read text out to you. I use it all the time. It's very helpful. And make sure you go to your appointments, psychiatrist. I was also annoyed about going to those kind of things because I felt very embarrassed about it. I'll be honest. It was a bit of ableism in my part, self-ableism. I was embarrassed to get help. But don't be. Get the help that you need as soon as you can. And college is not as scary as many people make it seem, as long as you have a support system along the way. You'll be all right, you know? And make sure if you have a disability, join the disability advocacy that they have at school. They can help you a lot, a lot, a lot.
Thank you so much. That's really awesome. And hopefully someone can look at this video and know that they can succeed. And I just want to ask you, touch bases on this. I remember you told me in the past you had bipolar. What is it that
Yes.
if someone has bipolar, what are some of the resources that they gave you in school, or if a student is in college, graduating high school? Because in high school they get an IEP.
Mm-hmm. Oh, yes. I was given IEP, but since I was misdiagnosed, they only had me as depressive. I wasn't really treated for bipolar.
How do you deal with that now?
I really haven't gotten to that point yet. I had just found out last year that through a piece of paper that I had bipolar. And I was like, whoa, that explains the mood swings. That explains a lot. But this year, I'm finally, going to be looking into that. So I really haven't really gotten any help. I'm actually trying to look into that myself right now.
Well, I can help send you different resources in your area, in the state that you stay in, and I can look up some things also too. Contact your insurance and look for those psychiatrists, doctors as well.
Okay, yeah, that'd be great.
Yeah, awesome. And thank you again.
Thank you.
And you be blessed. And keep doing what you're doing. Stay focused. You actually are on a road to success. Never let any disability stop you from being successful, stop you from, moving forward. Never give up. Stay in that fight.
Never give up. Thank you.
Yes. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much
for interviewing.
You have a nice day now.
You too. Bye.